$70,000 on his hair, $15,000 on a self-portrait, and a private yacht with a solid gold toilet. The man who's literally faster than a bullet, Donald J. Trump. But how deep do his pockets really go? Here at Refined Society, we're about to break down a portfolio so massive he's got city blocks, not just houses. From gold-plated towers to a personal fleet, get ready to step inside Trump's empire like never before. Now, it's not every day you hear about a billionaire surviving an assassination attempt. Still, even bullets seem to reconsider when it's Donald J. Trump. When you've got an empire that stretches as far as his ego, dodging danger comes with the territory. And let's face it, when you're sitting on a fortune that could buy out small nations, some people might think the world would be quieter without you. But Trump, he's here to stay. He didn't start off like any kid from the Queens. No, he had ambition and what he liked to call a small loan of $1 million from his father. For most of us, that's not so much a loan as it is winning the lottery. But for young Trump, it was just a gentle nudge towards greatness. From that humble $1 million head start, he built an empire that would eventually include hotels, casinos, skyscrapers, golf courses, and even a brief stint with vodka. According to Forbes, his net worth hovers around $2.5 billion, give or take a few luxury jets. Now, if we stack up the fortunes of 5 former presidents, Carter, Bush, Clinton, Obama, and Biden, they barely scratch a fifth of Trump's empire. Sure, they had power, but Trump's got that and an extra $2 billion to spare. While they were building legacies, he was building towers, big enough to house their combined net worth with room left over for a few luxury condos. And speaking of condos, Trump's real estate lineup is a billionaire's dream tour, with properties that serve up luxury like it's going out of style. Take Seven Springs in Bedford, New York, a cool 121-acre retreat with a 49,000 square foot mansion, 60 rooms and 15 bedrooms. At $200 million, it's the kind of estate where a man could spend decades without bumping into a neighbor. Then there's Trump Tower in New York City, where his $100 million declaration of extravagance is the top 3 floors alone. Gold everywhere, chandeliers only the grandest, and the grand piano stands proudly amid the glittering decor. Every corner sparkles like it's been touched by Midas himself. Trump even went the extra mile with his infamous gold-plated elevator, a real deliberate choice featuring gold-plated buttons and mirrors, each ride a golden journey to the lobby. And speaking of style choices, he didn't stop there. He has custom marble toilets grace several properties, adding that extra luxury to his bathrooms. And then there's Mar-a-Lago, the crown jewel in Palm Beach, 1 million square feet, private beaches, and a 20,000 square foot ballroom coated in $7 million of gold leaf. Trump's 3,000 square foot quarters practically need indoor sunglasses with all that shine. And as the ultimate ego boost, he added a $15,000 portrait of himself bought with his own charity's funds. Because when it comes to wall art, who else but Trump is worthy of Trump? Rounding things out is the Beverly Hills Mansion, a 10,000 square foot estate with sweeping gardens and breathtaking views. At $30 million, this West Coast retreat might be the most underrated on the list, but it still delivers the signature Trump flair, making this portfolio a monument to billionaire life. So, with a vast real estate portfolio, you might wonder, does Trump have the same passion for cars? His collection could put a high-end dealership to shame, packed with wheels as bold as his brand. First up is his bulletproof Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car fit for a modern-day mogul. The price tag is around $500,000. This luxury tank embodies everything Trump loves: grandeur, exclusivity, and a hint of old-world class. Of course, there's his Bentley Continental GT, retailing at roughly $200,000. This ride feels just as comfortable cruising Palm Beach as it does pulling up to Trump Tower. Its polished lines and plush interior make it practically a 4-wheeled throne. For speed, Trump keeps a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren in his garage, an exotic that blends style and performance, typically going for over $400,000. Fast and flashy, it turns heads even before it's parked, especially with Trump behind the wheel. And then there's his latest purchase, a Ferrari F430 for around $300,000. Trump wanted to add a little Italian flair to the lineup, bringing a bit of that classic Ferrari roar to his stable. This one's rumored to be a just because buy, though we can imagine he might even lend it out if his mood's right. And of course there are cars he buys for his wife. He once said, "When I asked Melania to marry me, she said, 'I'll think about it.' That's when I knew she was a tough negotiator." Taking it seriously, he went all out, handing her the keys to a $150,000 Mercedes-Benz S600, along with a 15-carat diamond ring valued at $1.5 million. Because nothing says, "Will you marry me?" quite like a sparkling diamond and a ride smoother than any proposal speech. Trump is known for spoiling his kids nearly as much as he does his wife. He once said he loves giving them advice, along with plenty of other expensive things. For Donald Jr., he went with a Range Rover, a luxury SUV ready for any golf course or boardroom. Ivanka received a $100,000 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a sleek match for a high-profile image. And Eric, he's been spotted in a Bentley Continental GT, a $200,000 statement of family style. Now, when you're as busy as he is, jetting around the world, cars just won't cut it. That's why he relies on this beast. Trump Force One, his custom Boeing 757, is valued at $100 million and naturally gold everywhere. This is the same man who famously told his haters, "I don't need fancy, I am fancy," when others were just flexing for popularity. The plane has 24-karat gold seat belts, a private bedroom, and massive TV screens with the family crest on everything from pillows to leather seats. For quick trips, he's got a Cessna Citation X, one of the fastest private jets out there, reaching 700 miles per hour. A perfect match for someone who moves as swiftly as his ambitions. Out on the water, Trump's former yacht, the Trump Princess, was a 282-foot floating palace valued at $100 million, complete with a helipad, disco, movie theater, and even a gold-plated toilet. Maybe even gold toilet paper, who knows? But with his packed schedule, Trump barely had time to enjoy it, and eventually sold it to Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, closing the chapter on this lavish piece of his empire. Owning city blocks and toys for travel is one thing, but the cash Trump pours into his looks, that's a spectacle. His hair routine runs up a $70,000 tab, keeping each strand in line with regular colored touch-ups, top-shelf products, and a stylist always within reach. His hair care is practically a full-time job, from custom blow-drying to high-end treatments. And his wrist game? Pure luxury. Trump sports pieces like the Rolex Day Date, a classic that cost around $40,000, and showcases residential style with every tick. Then there's his Patek Philippe, which casually costs $50,000 and is designed for the elite and built to impress. Trump's empire is all about big numbers. Trump Tower alone is worth close to $500 million, and his luxury hotels, with suites costing up to $10,000 a night, bring in millions each year. His golf clubs, with high membership fees, adding around $300 million to his revenue annually. With licensing deals on everything from clothing to buildings, his brand pulls in an estimated $600 million a year across all ventures. He's a master at licensing, turning Trump into a brand that sells everything from luxury condos to premium states. With investments in high-profile properties and branding deals that bring in millions, Trump's portfolio practically prints money. His strategy? Go big, charge more, and keep the name shining at the top. Trump's empire is all about living large, gold towers, top real estate, and a watch collection that's just as bold. He's all about high-end style, from his pricey hair routine to that Patek Philippe on his wrist. Now, for more information, hit subscribe, give us a like, and check out our other videos comparing his fortune to that of Biden and Obama. Stay with Refined Society for the best in luxury lifestyles.